We're going to be talking about tourism now. We got John Koopa on the phone this morning. He's the president, CEO, the man in charge at Yakima Tourism. Good morning, John.
Good morning, gentlemen. Looks like you've been horsing around this morning.
A little bit, John. A little bit. Wise of you to call in by phone on this one.
Yeah, that's right. Man, oh, man. What's going on? We got Yvtcc Farms open.
Right.
Is it correct to say it's been a rough tourism season?
Well, it is very safe to say. When the pandemic hit and all the closures came down, travel and tourism, as you know, has been an industry sector that has been hit exceptionally hard. Our employment in the recreation and hospitality and leisure plummeted by 50%. But there is that's how much it had plummeted back in April. But as of July, most recent data that we got from the employment division show that there's been some rehiring has occurred back, and the losses are now, we've gone from 50% loss to 22%. Now, that's a gain, but that's almost, I don't know what the overall unemployment in the county is, but if I remember correctly, it was somewhere in the teens, mid-teens or so.
Yeah.
So it's still higher than the overall unemployment. But like you said, we've seen some additional activities taking place in our modified phase one. The wineries being able to do outdoor service, the restaurants outdoor, now doing indoor at 25%. A variety of outdoor activities can happen and will still happen, and certainly those things can happen in the fall. So what we've had to do is pivot some of our offerings, our website, and particularly working feverishly to try to keep it up to date. And that's hard because a lot of things change with businesses, and as they change their business models. But we're continuing to plug along. But some of the data that we're seeing with surveys of Americans' travel is encouraging. People are feeling more, even during the pandemic. Latest survey of American travelers show that 75% are reporting they have some tentative trips still planned for this year.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's good. Do you find that you're having to convince people that we're safe here or anything? I mean, with this whole pandemic thing?
Yeah, every destination has to assure the public, what's happening in their community, give them up-to-date information and precautions. And it's, as I look around in our community and as I've actually gone on the road myself for a couple of times for various reasons, you start to see that in different communities. It becomes part of, I hate to say it, the new normal.
Yeah.
You're not only going out with your wallet or your purse and your keys and your phone, you've also got your mask and your wipes, that kind of stuff. And I think it's important for people to be safe, but also to live their lives as best as they can. Now, for Labor Day, we saw the national data saw that it was a slow travel period. About 15% of Americans indicate they took a Labor Day trip. But with school starting earlier now, that's been a trend over many years. And it hasn't been like 30, 40 years ago, the last big weekend trip before school starts. A lot of schools are starting earlier, so the number of trips people take over Labor Day has declined just naturally over years.
So we got some people back to work. What can we do? I mean, tip, huh? Obviously, tips make a big difference, but tipping, especially at this time, huh?
Tipping?
Tipping, yeah.
Oh, yes, and I think it's important to support local, buy local.
Yeah, right on. Right on.
And those small businesses are, they're our neighbors. And even, a lot of the brand businesses you see are owned by local, individuals. So just because it has a, corporate brand name like Hilton, those are all local ownership. And so that's one great thing about the tourism industry. It's made up of locally owned and grown businesses that help to support a lot of folks. So that's what I'm recommending. And the visitor center is open. It's on fall hours, so it'll be open Thursday through Saturday It's open from 11 to 3, so if you want to bring friends down, they can get local products there, as well as what's happening in the community, what they can see and do, and enjoy our local area.
Excellent. And I just Googled Yakima tourism, and it comes up as Yakima Valley tourism, and then it says what to do, Yakima Valley events. So rather than, you can just go right there, what to do. I mean, if you Google Yakima Valley tourism, it'll come up and it'll what to do. Boom, you're right there, and you can find all kinds of stuff to do that are listed on your website.
That's on the website?
On the website.
Because
visit Yakima. Visit Yakima.com.
There you go.
Is our main website.
Right on.
I just clicked what to do, and it came up. Ask John. That's what it said. It said
what to do, what to eat. All right, yeah.
At least it doesn't say for a good time.
No, it didn't. Because that would move us into the horsing around category.
John Cooper, President, CEO of Yakima Valley Tourism. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you down
Thank you,
the
gentlemen.
road.
Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you. You too. You too.
Bye now.
Yeah. 751-972-5481. So good news, we'll bring her back. We'll bring her back. Tourism.
Hey, all the reasons to come to the valley still exist.
You got
with
that
our
right.
sunshine when you can see it. But our great people, our accommodation to folks coming as visitors, our great fruits and vegetables, the sunshine, our fresh air,
Hops.
The beers, the wines, that's all still chugging along. So
you got it.
Don't say chugging when you're talking about beer. But it's all here. So when people feel, that they can move around a little more safely, they'll be back.
Yep.
They take a big hit, but that is an industry that can recover.